Hello everyone! So in my last 3 looks 1 palette video, I gave you guys a choice to pick between 2 palettes to do a first impression or a next 3 looks 1 palette with, and this is the palette that got the most votes, and since I haven't used this yet, I'm going to first do a first impression today, and then I will continue with a 3 looks 1 palette with this coming up. I'm not sure when that will be. But this is the Blossom palette by Blush Tribe, and I have not used this palette yet. Now, I did have my sister-in-law over about a week ago, and she did use this once, and I told her I didn't want to use it yet because I wanted to do it on camera. So that's what we're doing today, and I want to do this the same way I always do it. We're going to first start off by swatching this palette, which I haven't even touched these, so going the same way and direction I always do, and I'll be swatching them on my arm, and I'll be playing some music, so let's see how this goes. So I'm not going to lie, like this palette is probably the palette that I've had that's swatched the worst on my channels ever since I started doing reviews, and I don't know what to expect going into this, trying to make a look with it, but I do know that pastel colors just don't really tend to swatch that well, and as you can see, it's mostly like the really light ones that didn't swatch good, like this one, and this one. So, I mean, we'll see how these perform in the eyes. They might surprise us. Hopefully they will. So I'm going to start off by taking this pastel purple and put that in my crease. Like I said, I have not set my primer, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of pigment here. I do suspect that I have to build these up quite a lot. And I mean, I can definitely see this, and I did get a pastel palette from Kylie Cosmetics a long time ago before I started my channel, and it was absolutely awful. Like the shadows just would not even show up no matter how many times I went in with a brush. So already this is so much better, so I do think that a lot of these shades are going to just swatch bad. It's just how these kind of shades perform on a finger, I guess. But I can definitely see this. And if you were to put down like a white base, I'm sure this would show up a lot more. And this is my E9 brush from Colourpop. I really like this brush. I know I'll probably mention it so many times, but I figured there might be new people watching, so I might as well repeat myself. And these shades are quite powdery if you are rough with your eyeshadows like I am. Like, I don't hold back, like I don't just tap into my palette, so just keep that in mind, but that's not really something that bothers me. And I feel like, yeah, I might be wasting product, but it's not like I'll ever go through this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So next up, I'm going to take this deeper purple shade called Dahlia, and I'm going to use that to deepen up my crease with. And I'm taking this on my M321 brush by Morphe, and I'm mostly just patting it on to begin with. And I really do hope that once I go in and start blending this, that it won't just blend away, because when I put it down, it does feel like it's just kind of sitting on top of my eyelid and not really like sinking into it, but we'll see. And if I have a little bit of glitter left on my eyes, I'm so sorry, but I was playing with glitter earlier. I was filming a trying flea market makeup video, and there was some glitter involved, and if you want to see that video, I will link it up here for you. It was pretty funny. So I'm going in with a bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start blending out the edges here, and also pulling this purple in a little bit more. And it does seem like it kind of just... Do you see how different this eye is compared to this eye, like pigment-wise? Like, it feels like there's just like powder laying on top here that just like dusts away as soon as I start blending. So I'm really packing this color on now. Hopefully I can get it to stay on my eyelid, that would be nice. So it seems like this technique is just not really working with these shadows. I mean, I'm getting somewhere, but it's taking quite a while, so it seems like the best strategy with these will be to go in with your darkest shade first and then blend that out using the lightest shade. And it's something that I've been trying to do a lot lately, but sometimes you just kind of want your shadows to be easy to work with. So I was hoping I'd be able to deepen this up a little bit more, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to unless I go in with the black, and I don't really know if I want to do that. So I'm really not sure what's going on like on the outer corner here. Like I'm trying to like drag the shadow out. It just kind of floofs everywhere, and I don't know if it's because I didn't prime properly or I don't know. Like this eye is doing things that this eye is not, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I think I want to just take Peony, this pink shade up here, and I want to just kind of run that over what I just did and see if this one has a little more coverage to it. And I know, again, obviously this shade doesn't have anything to stick onto, so probably it's not going to work that well. It does seem like it's performing better than the purple shade though. And I think I've heard that some people have said that the purple shade in this palette is not that good. Not that that's an excuse or anything, but I mean, I kind of knew that going into it, I suppose. Most people that I've seen use this palette have really talked highly of the blue and the green shade down here, which I can definitely see why, because they were some of the ones that swatched the best. So I will definitely use those in my 3LX1 palette when I end up doing that one. But I'm just kind of stuck on what to do here because I wanted to make this like a deeper look, and then I was going to cut my crease and put some other shades on my lid, but now I'm just not really sure anymore. I think I'm just taking my makeup wipe and I'm going to clean up this line here because it's looking very messy. So I think I'm going to cut my crease and just see if we can fix some of this, because I'm not happy with how this is looking, and it hurts me to say this because I really do like all the other palettes that I have from Blush Tribe, and I don't like talking badly about brands, especially indie brands, because you know they're run by one person, and I just kind of feel bad for saying stuff the way it is. So I'm going to do what I always do here. Just cut my crease. And I think I'm going to do a bit of a graphic cut crease. I'm not really sure. Let me just try it anyway. So I'm gonna kind of do like a wing inside of where I have the shadow. So something like this, I think this looks really cool. I don't think I'll be able to do equally on both eyes, but we're gonna try. Okay, so my cut crease ended up being a lot bigger on this eye than the other eyes, so I'm gonna try to even them out. Okay, I'm gonna call it good, and then what do I want to do on my lid? So what I want to do is I want to take this color called Flax. I really don't know how to describe this color. It's like a lighter teal, and I think I'm going to start by putting this on most of my wing, just leaving the inner corner open. And I'm just using a very small brush, and I'm going to be just patting this on until I get as far as I wanted to, and then I think I'm going to do black on the outside of my wing and then put something in my inner corner. And this shade right here is performing really well. You know what? I lied. I'm not going to put black on the outer part. I'm going to put this all over my wing, and then maybe I'll try to trace this line on top with the black shadow. I've seen people do that with like liquid liners and stuff, but that sounds absolutely terrifying, so I'm not ready for that yet. But maybe something like that would be fun. I don't know. I'll see how I feel after I put down this color. Ah, shit. Did you see what I just did? I put it where I wasn't supposed to put it. Oh well. That's okay. I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. You know what? I think we should try the black. I'm terrified, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm taking Rosa. And I think the best brush for me to use is going to be my little angled Morphe brush. This is the M160. And I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start here. And I'm going to... Ooh, that's going to be hard. Okay, I'll talk to you in like 10 minutes when I'm done with this because this is so scary. And I think I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. Okay, so that was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. That was worse than putting on liquid liner, like 10 times worse, but I think I did an okay job. They're not 100% even, but you know what? I don't care. So I'm going to go in with my MAC paint pot again on my lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with Sunflower, which is just this very bright yellow. And it looks beautiful in the pan. And I also want to pull this shadow around and up and connect it with the pink. And also up towards my brow bone just a little bit, just to make a little pop of color up there. And it's not the best yellow that I've ever used. It's not extremely pigmented. So I think this looks really cool. It's not something that I've ever done before, like not even close. So I think I'm going to put this Colourpop liner in my waterline, and this is just a yellow. And if you guys have been wanting to pick up some liners from Colourpop, they just restocked a lot of their liners, plus they also added some new ones that I've never seen before, so you might want to go check them out before they're gone, because these things sell out so quickly and they're only $5 and they're great, so I highly recommend going to check those out right now. So I'm going to just trace my upper lash line here with some liquid liner. Just to finish off, I'm going to run that pink just above that black shade. Just bring back some of the pink that I lost. Alright, gonna curl my lashes, put on some mascara, and then we can finish up this look. So for my lipstick, I'm going to keep it all cutesy and kind of with the theme of the shadows. So I'm gonna use my Oh Sweetie Gloss by MAC, and this is in the shade Raspberry Pavlova. So the Barbie pink lips are on, and this is the final look. I do have some thoughts about this palette. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super impressed. This has not been a good first impression. I mean, I feel like I made it work, but I just feel like the shades in here that weren't good were the kind of shades that were supposed to be good, you know? Like all the pinks and purples, especially the ones up here, like I'm used to those kind of shades working really well, so I'm not sure what is going on in this palette, but I'm not going to draw any conclusions yet. I will do a 3 looks 1 palette that's coming up in not too long, and I will have a full review up. Obviously you guys will see me test out all the shades and see if I still have problems with them, but for now I'm going to reserve my opinion and wait until I'm able to do a full review, because I don't want to bash this palette. I want to give it a couple more tries and see what I really think about it. So yeah, I think that was all I wanted to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you're new to my channel, I hope you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!